welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to look at the fallout from the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary series. Apparently the American press isn't that impressed with it all, so we're going to have a look into that, see how Meghan and Harry felt it went, see if we can find out anything from what the cards have to say about it all. We've had some new subscribers, so welcome here. Come on in. Thank you very much for subscribing. To everyone who's been subscribed for a while, thank you for your support. And to the emotional support cover members, thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. So let's get into it. So we need to have a look into Harry and Meghan and see what's going on. We're going to start with Harry and see how he thinks it all went. See if he thinks it went as well as it could have been, could have gone, and the feedback from it. So we've got the Nine of Cups. There's a certain level of smugness. He feels like he's kind of got an own on everyone. He feels like he's shown people the true him. He's shown what he wanted for them to see in a way, which is weird. Well, which isn't weird. But we have got the Fool crossing. So he knows that there's been a level of risk going into this. He knows that there has been... it's leaving him necessarily vulnerable, and it's a kind of a leap of faith. He also may feel like literally doesn't want to look a fool, so that could be bugging him. We've got the Three of Cups above. So yeah, on the surface, he's going to be feeling quite happy about what he's done. He might be feeling quite happy about how things have landed with regards to the media, but we'll get into that. The Three of Cups is definitely there, looking up, looking like they're having a party, being affluent, but underneath we have the Nine of Swords. There we go. So what's really driving the situation is there's this kind of hold on his mental health. There's this hold on him where he lashes out with it. And with the Nine of Swords, it can show that he is recovering from a period of instability, but it's also the fact that this is what drives him. He feels there's thoughts in the night, stuff in the night that bothers him. He wakes up and he feels angry and spiteful, and he wants to get at things, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. What's leaving the situation is a sense of warped justice. He wanted everything. With the Justice card in reverse, he feels like he's had it hard, guys. He's had a hard life. He feels like there isn't a sense of fairness, there isn't a sense of well-to-do-ness. And if you look at it, this card here, funnily enough, it is, wow, there's a guy in a top hat and the Empire State Building basically walking off. So yeah, they have got a warped sense of justice, guys. They have a warped sense of justice. So coming up, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, of course she's there, and the King of Cups. So we have got the Knight of Wands there, and we have got coming up the Ace of Wands. Okay, so let me talk about this. So we've got the Queen of Wands coming in here. Now, Meghan is the Queen of Wands. She's a Leo. She is a fire sign. Wands is fire. So this is the Meghan card when we're doing royal family readings. But what's surrounding it is the King of Cups. There's definitely a clash. What this is all about is Meghan and William, and Meghan not feeling happy with the way William goes about things. She's definitely got a definite problem with how William is on the world stage. She doesn't like William being in a positive light. She's quite annoyed about it. She's quite angry with the Queen of Wands there in reverse. We have got here as well, we have got the King of Wands in reverse. Now, this could be Tyler Perry, this could be Elton John. You've got this creative force coming in, this kind of angriness. And I feel like it's more like Tyler Perry, to be honest, because he's definitely went in there with his whole head and said, I know they are being bullied and I can see it and all this kind of stuff. And he's just taking it all for granted. They are going to start something new. They are going to, they always do. They all are going to start something new coming up. Another creative project. And I wonder if it's with Tyler Perry on the back of all this Netflix stuff. We have got the Nine of Pentacles there as well. And it's really just this kind of like, look at us. I feel very successful from all this. I feel very good from all this. But really there is no massive sense of winning in the long term right at this moment in time. Either getting a new opportunity out of this, probably with Tyler Perry, and they've got the Nine of Pentacles there for Harry, which is just like he wanting to show off. He's like the cat who's got the cream. He's got his book deal coming up as well. He's got his book coming up, and that's going to be out quite soon. I think it's in January. In fact, I know it's in January. So yeah, so Meghan's not too happy with how William's doing, and that's what Harry's hearing. But he feels like this interview is going to age well for some reason. Aging so well, in fact, that he starts a new project to kind of correct maybe some stuff that's already been on the interview. So let's have a look and see what the cards have to say about Meghan. So interestingly enough, we've got Three of Cups just opposing. This is all about gossip, and it's revealed that Meghan doesn't like to be thought of as being a gossip, God forbid. She doesn't like to be thought of somebody who manipulates and stirs the pot. With the Three of Cups there straight away, this is faux partying, faux kind of like looking great. If they are having a little celebratory thing, she ain't feeling it. It's not gone as well as she would like. And with the Three of Swords crossing her, there is a wounding there. There is a wounding. She still is bothered by what the press are saying. She still is upset that people haven't exactly liked everything that has been delivered in this documentary. Above it is the Five of Swords. Really hasn't liked it. And it's showing that there's going to be some mistruths revealed about this situation. So Harry's on a very different page about how he feels, how the documentaries went. Meghan's really kind of like, oh my God, it's not gone as well as I wanted it to. And not for the same reasons me and you would think, but for the reasons that it hasn't made her look, it hasn't relieved her of all the accusations against her. With the Five of Swords in reverse, I feel like people can see through that the Archetypes podcast and even this is a rebuttal for all those claims in the media. She cannot sit with and cannot stand the emotion that somebody is being critical of her to the narrative that she doesn't like. Whether the narrative is true or not, that's by the by. This is somebody who just wants to remove those kind of negative those negative emotions and things about her, and she wants everybody to drink the Kool-Aid and just believe that she's this innocent person there. And what's annoying her the most, guys, it's the Hierophant. Here we are, it's the monarchy. One of the things that they'll have been watching the press, they'll have been watching it all. You see them on their little MacBooks beavering away on the phones. Be the Hierophant. And what happened yesterday with all the press, you had a united front from the monarchy, and that will have annoyed her. That will have vexed her. She will not be happy about this situation at all, in any sense of the word. This is something that's going to be really grinding on her, and she's not happy about it at all. What's leaving the situation? The Seven of Swords upright. You've got the warped sense of justice there, and then you've got taking things that aren't necessarily yours. Now, I feel like with her taking things, where this card comes out for Meghan, is she's trying to get that image of Princess Diana, that picture of Princess Diana, and kind of staple it onto her own image and say, look, we're both the same, when they're not. And with the Five of Swords leaving the situation, I think that image is fading away into the past, and people can kind of see through it. Now, Harry thinks this has went really well, but it's not landed how Meghan wanted, because everybody's still thinking she's not Princess Diana. But here we have the Empress. We are going to get the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress. We are going to get more creative. We are going to get more puff pieces. We are going to get a retaliation with how Meghan is perceived. She wants to be seen as this kind of wholesome, down to earth, yet creative, but she's intelligent, but she's all of these things. She wants to be seen as this affluent, caring, giving woman. So we are going to get more stuff from them. Not just Harry's book. We are going to get more things from them coming up off the back of this documentary. Interestingly enough, we have the Ace of Wands. Meghan is... Meghan on Harry's thing. Right, okay. So Meghan is going... We've got to change this. We've got to do these things. We've got to do more creative projects. We've got to do to Harry. And that is going to be the outcome. We're going to get something that's already been pre-planned. I feel we're going to get something else from them. It may well be between now and Spare. The Ace of Wands there is definitely more creative projects, wanting to reignite some passions. But we've got the Five of Cups as well. So I think Madam is having some regrets about the Netflix documentary. I feel like she's not thinking it's landed as well as it could have done. We've got the Three of Pentacles, which is again the King of Swords. The King of Wands. And I feel with the King of Wands here, with the Three of Pentacles, there's something not working quite right. There's something not hitting quite well. There's this working with others, maybe working with Netflix or doing some... I feel like Tyler Perry's got like quite involved in Netflix. But I think with the Three of Pentacles there, there's this sense of there's other projects in the pipeline, but things aren't quite working out as she wanted them to be. Things aren't quite landing how she wanted them to land. Interesting. So here we have the final... Right, okay. Interesting. So here we have right in the future, we have got the Four of Swords. Now, this is coming up a lot with regards to the royal family readings. This Four of Swords is somebody that's linked to all of the families. I don't necessarily think that it's going to be... It could well be somebody associated with them rather than a member of the royal family. I don't necessarily like predicting deaths, but the Four of Swords in reverse, this is my death card. I can't hide it from you guys. This was the one that was coming out for Queen Elizabeth a lot just before she passed. This is my death card. So there is going to be a death. I don't want to go and predict who it is, because that's unfair to the person who it is, because you then start getting into the realms of basically watching this person to see when they croak, which is really not very cool. It's in the 6 months to a year mark. It can well be somebody that's known both to the royal family and the royal family. I don't necessarily feel it's someone within the royal family at this present time, but there is a, and by that I mean working royals, but there is a death certainly coming up within the next 6 months of the year. Somebody associated with the Sussexes that the royal family would know as well. Yeah, and that's coming up quite often. So once we get past this whole point of the Spare and the interviews around the Spare, I think that's when we may see something in the next 6 months to a year. They'll be starting a new project, they'll be starting something new. And it'll happen around the same time, because every time they start something new, every time they try and do something a little bit, look what happened with Dusseldorf and 1 Year Old Summer, and Queen Elizabeth was dying of bone cancer allegedly at that time. So yeah, interesting We are going to get some more, look at me, I am an ethereal being, I am the mother, I am the mother, I am a caring individual. We are going to get that coming up. She has not liked, there's a lot of swords in this, and she does not like the press that's happened around the royal family. It's very wounding to her. It's wounding to the ego. So yeah, that's what I can see in the cards coming up. Harry's a little bit more oblivious. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the cards. If there's any interpretation that you would like to add to it. If there's anything that you've seen in the reading that you think I've missed, tell me down below in the comments. I'm all ears. If there's any readings you'd like me to do, please let me know in the comments as well. Thank you very much for being here, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.